let's move on to some MMA news. Let's do it.
We're gonna start with this.
Aye, what is it?
My guy.
UFC announces James Krause suspension in Nevada cuts Derek Minor. So what's been going on here?
What's going on? So I kind of didn't touch on this.
Yeah, you talk about it, your guy. You talk about
guy.
it. Upset. That corruption.
I'm upset.
That corruption comes from over there,
bro. What do you mean over here? Producer.
Yeah, it comes from over there from the producer. Yeah.
So James Krause is alleged to potentially be maybe fight fixing or something along those lines. Like investigations are going on. He's getting looked into. I saw something the other day. Ariel posted that basically anyone who's being coached by him or stays at his gym will no longer be getting UFC fights. So literally the whole gym is banned if they're working underneath James Krause. You can't corner anyone. Nope. It's brazy. And
on that note, they've also brought in new rules stating something that now you can no longer bet. No UFC fighter can bet on their own fights, but they've made
MMA,
a whole...
They can't bet on MMA.
Friends, but they've made a whole new bunch of rules. Like that, It is sick. You know what? Before you carry on, shouts out to the UFC for that. That's called statement and that's what employer in statement, bro. They made a statement. They employed that like to the heavenlies, bro, because they went all out. They literally said, "You're on a ban. All your fighters are. No one's." That. If people now want to think the UFC are in corruption or doing the corrupting thing, that kind of proves that they're not really down.
Because James Krause is one of Damon's guys
really,
as well.
Yeah.
That's
what I just said.
Breakdowns
That's
for
what
them.
I just said.
I mean,
that's what I just said.
Channel got shut down.
That's what I just said.
Bro,
that's a
I was
serious
like,
channel gone.
This is mad.
Your guy, and that's what I was going to get into that with you. I was about to say your channel's gone, cuz. That's what I was about to laugh as well. I was about to say that to you. And that's what I was about to say. That's why you have to give the UFC a big shout out. If you think there's corruption in boxing, we would still never know. But this is starting to prove
we know that one.
It ain't in the UFC. So all you boxing fans, you know what sport to come over to, cuz hey, this is the real deal, fam. This cuz they done the right thing, man. That's the right thing to do.
Done the right thing. Yeah, no, it was the right thing, man. Like if he actually is like doing shady stuff like that, I'm disappointed still, man.
And he talks about betting and winning a lot of money.
Yeah, he said he wins. But he does makes more for betting than he did from training.
But yes, this is the problem. When you come out and say stuff like that,
they look into you.
They're looking into you, bro. So as an ex-fighter as well, if he is, I don't think he is. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't think that he's guilty of it because he's a competitor himself.
Has he come out and said anything?
No. It would be unwise to do that, man. You know his lawyers back there saying the solicitors are telling him just don't say nothing, man. Because what you do say will be used against you in a court of law, fam. Do you understand? Yeah. So yeah, you can't say nothing right now.
I was gonna say, playing devil advocate. Then, if something allegedly was going down, so say if Minor was actually injured before the fight, and knowingly. Because this happens all the time. Fighters go into fights all the time. So knowingly went into the fight, knowing, you know what, my leg's bad. Probably ain't going to hold up. But fuck it. Let's just, get me, do a thing. Is it that bad?
It's bad because they didn't let us know.
But no fighters.
Because my brother, if I look, this
is what fighters are injured, but they don't let you know when they go into fights.
When TJ lost against Aljo, I was saying in here, it's frustrating because at home people are betting on you to win, and they're like the casual people at Yard who are not MMA fighters are losing money week on week because people are going into these fights injured. Yeah. So from that perspective, it's unfair, innit? You get me? If I lost money on it, I'd be like, "Fuck you." Do you get me? But you know.
That's a good point. In a betting perspective, coaching perspective, you let your coach know, but it is kind of bad when your coach is betting as well because it looks bad.
Yeah, it is corrupt.
That's the problem.
I'm just playing devil advocate in it because fighters go into fights injured.
No, I hear what you're trying to say, but it does look bad overall.
But it also comes back down to like, bro, if you don't fight, he's not going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So he's gone through a camp, he's hurt himself. What's he gonna do?
Man said, "Yo, look, you're making 30 and 30. Fuck
do you know what I mean? Fuck that, lose, bro. You put that 30 up right now. You're gonna get fucked up anyway. Just just take the loss. Fuck it. and we put this up.
Yeah.
I put extra 60 down. I'll even give you 20 on top. That's more than you're making on Fight Night. Okay, We're just sneaking them talks there.
Half a mil, bro.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Man's like,
Alright, fuck it. You get me? It's true though.
But they didn't make their money in the end, fam. If
Bro,
it turns out it's true.
They shut down all procedures going forward with anything to do with the name Krause. So good luck to him, boy.
Discord, everything that Discord.
Anything to do with Krause, they shut down, bruv. You get
mad.
me?
And on top of that, I heard Krause is smashing, what's her name? The announcer.
Oh, Megan.
Not Megan. The blonde thing.
Oh.
Come on, man. You can tell everyone's saying
What's
that.
her name? And Megan the tall thing.
Megan, no.
Megan
Anderson.
Yes. I heard
He
that
trains
still.
her.
Huh?
He trains her.
Yeah.
He
I
trains
know.
her.
But I heard he's smashing, bro.
Yeah.
Got
Got them long legs around his head.
PT.
Man said, put me in triangle. Put me in triangle. That's what he said.
What's her name, bro?
Put me in triangle,
bro.
That's what he
Laura
said.
Sanko, that's it. Laura Sanko,
blood,
bro.
man said,
Allegedly, that's what I heard still.
You know
That's
what
what I
I'm
heard.
Greeny? Man's will play with her, playing chess.
Put me in triangle.
That's what he said. That's what he said to her.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
You are fucking dirty
lady
dog, blood.
bitches,
Fam,
that's what
what's the Ringo
Wait.
called? What's the Ringo called? The one that was doing the ring last night, fam. The light skin one.
Ariana.
Oh,
Brittany, I know her. Brittany,
Bro,
Ariana.
did you see her yesterday, fam? That's what I'm asking you.
What about her?
Did you see her yesterday?
What, in the fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's brother. She is.
Fine
Fine as
as
they
fighters
come.
wonder why she gets half of it.
Bro, give her more. Give her more because she can't walk away just yet, bro.
Give her more.
Don't let her walk away from the sport, man.
Good scenery. You know, good scenery. You wait,
Good
good
scenery,
scenery.
bro. Very
Wake up,
good
good
scenery,
scenery.
Alright.
Anyway, let's move on anyway from this one.
Moving on. Next.
On that note, Paddy Pimblett claims Jake Paul's fights are fixed. Paul's response with 1 million challenge.
And on top of that,
And you're gonna move on top of that, Jake Paul offers Paddy Pimblett new date for sparring sessions, so you will be back to your normal weight. So, all right, what's going on here? Who wants to
so
break this one down?
basically, Jake Paul, obviously, Paddy called out Jake Paul saying his thing's fake. Jake Paul saying, all right, cool, spar me then. Paddy said, I accept. 1 mil put up. He said he'll fight on the pay-per-view. And he said, have a day rest, then spar you the next day.
A day rest. Paddy's a bad man. That's why they call him Bad Man Pimblett. Yeah, see it, fam. The baddie. What you mean? Man said a day. It don't matter what the result is. I could be busted up, leg kicked to fuck. You know, you can't even move after legs them are just chewed up. And then man is limping. And you know, it's not that day you feel, it's the next day. You know, you go see it. And you wake up and
The legs got its own heartbeat.
You go to get out of bed like this and you're like, ooh. You're like, ooh. You start feeling shit you've never felt before. Yeah, he's a bad man for that. All right, so what are you saying? Do you think you would beat him up in the gym?
Nah, that's a boxing now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nah.
Jake's a big ute as well. So
Yeah, he's a
it
unit
don't
still.
make sense, man.
It's not gonna
So you
happen.
think-
Even though he's a
They're not gonna
pussy-
do
So
it.
you think Paddy? What do you think Paddy's doing this for? Why do you think he's calling it fake? Like, what do you think Paddy's really doing this for?
Because it does look fake. Does look fake. Like that Tyrone bang, I still feel like
yeah.
I'm
At
not
the
gonna lie,
time-
Tyrone Bang looks nuts. I'm not gonna
Anderson
lie.
Silva?
I don't feel that Anderson would have fallen over though.
he's washed now, man. He probably would
He's
have.
just old, isn't it? He's just broken.
Like Ben Askren, I can see anyone can punch him up, so you can take that one. But outside of that, no.
But didn't Jake Paul say that if he wins, then Paddy has to join the union thing as well, innit? They're not gonna fight. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's just another.
The whole
Like, they're just highlighting the union thing again and whatever.
Well, they could if it's sparring, bro. They're not pay per view. They could. UFC can't really stop him, can they?
Yeah, true.
Sparring.
But how are you gonna decide who wins a sparring match?
Just put out the footage.
Well,
innit? You get me? People will decide.
I'll put out a real ref. Like, if you look, you can line up a real
No, they
spar,
can do it, but
a real legit spar, you know, and then people like
And
judge
get
it.
judges.
Have like 3 people like to be like legit. It's all
it's,
sparring.
it's not gonna happen, innit? But if they
Nah.
were to do it, I think Jake Paul in a boxing match probably punches up Paddy still.
No, I don't.
Size
think-
difference
probably, bro.
and yeah, he's got hands, bro. We gotta admit it, man.
Just boxing, yeah, not UFC. If he says like leg kicking
No.
and shit.
Bro, if he can take him down, it's over.
But just like choke him out, bro. Quick time to jump on his back.
Seconds, like 30 seconds.
All right, let's move on because that's not really that. Whatever. Nate Diaz officially hits free agency after being removed from UFC roster. So the stock took Stackton. I really can't speak today, bro. I did play a mad thing before I come here, though. I'm not gonna lie, still.
Nice journey, yeah. Little bop down there.
But I can't even lie. You get me? But the Stockton gangster, the one that's going around slapping people on these streets for real.
Nathaniel Diaz.
Nathaniel Diaz has been removed from the UFC roster. And my question to you lot is, do you think he will ever return to the UFC roster?
I hope so. Conor.
Yeah, I hope so.
And that's it. You think they're gonna line him up for that one thing, and then that's it?
Yeah, Conor, that is it. I'm hearing noise about Floyd.
Yeah, I've heard a few things about him fighting different boxers.
Him and Floyd would be lovely. I would absolutely tune into that.
I don't think that makes sense for Floyd, you know?
No, brother, it doesn't. But
No,
it
he's
does.
too big, man.
But it does. It does. Because Floyd, I want to see if he can still move now because he's still kind of got weird hands.
Yeah.
He's not got the great. It's not got hands like someone like Michael Johnson could actually punch up Floyd. Like you get me, fam. Like
No.
Nah,
What? Fam, no. Size wise, no, man. What
What?
are we saying here, man? Floyd.
Floyd's tiny, you know.
Don't want to talk about him being a meme, fam. Come on, bro.
What? That's what I'm saying.
Michael Johnson can punch up Floyd. What are we saying, bro?
No,
Hey,
no.
pedo
Like
boxing,
now with movement.
Right
them
now,
hands.
You think?
Bro, Floyd got hit. Floyd's been hit a couple times in
Yeah,
his
did
hands.
he hit him
No,
still?
no,
Quite relaxed.
brother,
He has.
Did you hit him
brother,
still?
if you haven't, you lot don't. I'm being a meme and you lot don't watch what you don't need to watch this shit a bit more. I think you lot all need to even spec savers it or rewatch what it properly, bro. Floyd's not looking like.
Yeah,
Floyd,
he's
like
not
when he
big,
used to
but he's
go
not
in there.
Is he
I'm
training
saying
though,
this
like-
joke, man, Floyd, what he's doing
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment. I'm
Okay,
saying,
okay,
that's
okay.
what I'm saying. I'm not talking about Floyd in his prime, guys. Come on, Floyd's the greatest athlete of all time, bro.
But you gotta
Like,
have some
fighting
type of
athlete.
attributes in it.
I'm saying
you gotta have the
Nate,
size
Nate
advantage.
could go in there and clip him and make it fun. It would be fun to see.
I just think he's got
'Cause
size and he
remember,
got a gas tank.
Floyd, they both got gas tanks. That's why we find, and Floyd won't be able to hurt him. It'll
Yeah,
go 12
yeah,
rounds.
yeah.
So all we're gonna be able to see is, can you hurt Floyd, Nate? That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna see. That's what's really gonna be.
He's just gonna try and smother him,
Floyd's
innit,
just-
like-
yeah, that's why it's gonna be fun.
Be interesting.
I actually want to see that. Saying that.
I'm not mad at that fight still.
Either am I. Yeah, I like that.
I would. No, I don't want to see it. I'm gonna be real. I don't want to see Floyd fighting again anyway. To be honest with you, but
Oh, just
if
in
he's
general.
gonna fight someone
On that
with
kind of
name,
caliber.
yeah.
All right, cool. Next, obviously, we got World Cup, so let's talk some football with MMA.
All right, cool. What is this? UFC La Liga Inc. promotional deal. What's going on here?
I don't get it. You
Not
know,
too sure.
UFC and
They've
La
not
Liga
announced, have they?
announced a partnership that includes social media and digital collaboration promoting each other's brands. Okay, so I think they're just going to basically build a brand where the La Liga itself and the UFC standpoint are going to probably create a page or something.
Or
that
maybe they might
mixes-
advertise
that
each
mixes
other
it. Yeah,
on
that
event
mixes it.
days
Yeah,
and
that
stuff
yeah,
like
that just mixes it. So they'll be able to create a new page from it and a new thing from it. And
You know what
everything,
it is
just
though, yeah?
boxing, UFC.
So La Liga.
It'll bring more fans to both.
I know. Am I right? La Liga struggling
gonna touch on
for
that.
money. Yeah. The Liga, like the Spanish football thing is
they're all
struggling
broke right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
All the
they're
teams
very
over there are
broke.
bro.
So I'm
Even
assuming.
Barca, Real.
Yeah,
Serious?
well, Barcelona got no money.
Barcelona are bankrupt.
they ain't
bro.
like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barcelona are
So-
super bankrupt and
Yeah.
Real got no money.
half
man.
a billion or some shit.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
So I'm just thinking maybe somehow
Spain's
UFC have
economy
decided
is
that Raw,
struggling.
like, we'll chuck you some money, but just put UFC on all the shirts. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You just don't know.
But I'm going to say, I don't think that football will translate to MMA.
But it might steal a
It
couple
doesn't,
fans.
because I don't
Might
think
steal
it
a couple
does. I
fans.
just think it steals the odd couple of fans and helps like you be able to set it up in certain areas. Like, how can I put it? Like, because remember that's a team sport and this is that's a single man sport. So I
Very
get
different,
it. It is, but I think you can maybe build to help them just give the Spanish people money and the economy money. I think you can just set up, like I said, and you know how like they done ESPN Plus. They made it for UFC. They kind of made that like for the UFC once they had that deal. It's a bit like that. It's all under ESPN, but it's plus for more for UFC. It's like you just set another kind of branding up, you know, just to make money in it, and then you know people with ideas and that create jobs and shit. I don't know.
I thought it was
Want to put
interesting.
Habib in Barcelona's team or something, fam.
That guy loves football still.
He loves it still. Multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
Alright, moving on.
And on that note, Conor McGregor challenges Artem Lobov to a fight after revealing second lawsuit for defamation. So, guys,
I can't
this
even find
is,
the other thing,
bruv,
but it was
Conor
hilarious.
he called him out, bro. Offered him a challenge, bro.
10
Said to
a.m.
him, 10
SPG,
SPG, bro.
Oh, my
Man
days.
said that
We need to
SPG.
find that still.
Oh, no, he's a legend still. And
See if I can find
yeah, like Conor's actually been on one still. Like this is turned into I don't know what.
He's
bro.
moving mad at the
They went
moment.
from
He was so mad.
bro. They went.
You seen
from
the photos of
brothers.
him in the pub with no shirt on, fam?
Yeah, bro. He's just
Bro,
jacked,
he's just jacked,
bro.
fam.
And no, when his beard's just
Hold
shaven,
on,
you know,
hold
he's
on.
just
Bro,
weird.
he just looks
Pick up
strange,
that.
fam.
Weird.
Aye,
Yeah, go on,
aye.
found it.
This is called out to Artem the Fanny, fairly bad, Lobov. I'm challenging you to a fight tonight, 10:30 p.m. I'll meet you down at SPG Concord, and we'll fight for the whole lot. We'll fight for the whole lot. Going through having lawyers message me about defamation. And all this
Defamation.
shit. You're a little blouse, mate. We'll see you at SPG Concord tonight, 10:30 p.m. and I'll fight you for the whole lot, yeah? Answer this.
The whole lot,
yeah.
You know what? There's something that's telling me that Artem had something to do with this. And he's got like, and because like I feel like Conor's actually like a little bit like in the wrong here.
You think?
Yeah,
Of course, somewhere,
somewhere,
bro.
yeah.
Conor,
I feel
though,
like Artem had a
listen,
part
bro.
that Artem maybe had some idea like, and he just
Ryan
like,
was probably like,
yeah.
bro, you should make a whiskey,
Yeah,
like, call
yeah.
it proper 12, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Connor's there, like, yeah, I'll
And
give you
then-
some money for that.
Yeah, I think so. I believe that, you know,
Yeah.
because he's just saying, I've heard what he kind of said. The truth always comes out, even when you're being funny or like he says, how do he says it? I'll fight you for the whole thing. Like, it's like,
whole
brother,
lot. The whole lot of what? The whole lot of
Brother,
what?
what? Yeah, what? If you own it and he never had nothing to do with it, what you fighting him for the whole lot for? Like, it's like, yeah, like
He just
alright,
knows that's easy
your
money.
conscience, yeah, it's like Connor's just a mad youth, you know.
He's
He
crazy.
needs
Connor's
help,
killing
bro.
me, man.
Added to that, the man
that.
has money coming out of his ears potentially.
Crazy, innit? So,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Michael Chiesa, Conor McGregor settle bus attack lawsuit for UFC 223. So, what? When they smashed up the bus, and
With the dolly,
this is
yeah.
when Rose Namajunas got glass in her head, innit? My baby
Yeah,
got
yeah,
glass
yeah,
in her
yeah.
bald head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all of
that's
that.
it. And that's
How much
crazy
did he
still.
get settled for? Do you know? Does it say?
I
They
don't
didn't specify,
know if
innit?
it said
It's got to be in the millions, though.
figures.
It's
Conor-
got to be in the million.
Them man proper sue out in America, innit?
Bro, anything.
They
bro.
sue for every, in England. You wouldn't, I don't even know if you could sue for
Them
some of
man's
these things.
trainer, blood.
They sue. Them man sue for the most, bro. Especially if they know you got money.
Yeah.
They don't play,
Yeah, bro,
fam.
settlements, man.
They will come for your fucking
Bro, but
wallet,
if
bro.
you got this is the thing in America, bro. If you got money, you can get away with doing stuff, bro. Like, fam, I did a madness. Don't worry, we'll settle it. How much do you want for that? You can't sue me, or you can't take me to court no more. Cool. Like, that's what they've agreed in it. Basically, no more can come of this. So later on down the line, let's say that Michael Chiesa, let's say whatever injury he sustained from this, if it gives him more trouble down the line, that's it. He can't go back to court. That's it. You received your money.
Yeah.
But that's why it has to have been a lot of money still. We're talking like 4 or 5 mil.
You're saying my man's not fighting no more.
Do you think
Chiesa-
4 or 5 mil?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I reckon so still. Bro, it's a big set.
So
Bro, do
why
you know how
did
much money
everybody
Connor's
on the
worth?
bus?
Everyone are gonna sue him, bro.
I would have, even if Habib would get extra
Yeah,
4 or
bro.
5 mil on the, I would
What do
have.
you think is gonna, bro? You thought they're setting him for like what, 6 figures? Yeah, it's setting
He
him for
was
those
cut,
6
though.
figures.
He was cut as well, innit? He got glass cut in his eye. He got glass in his eye or something as well.
Yeah, let's say he goes blind in 10 years' time, bro. How much is that eye worth, fam? You understand?
£4 million.
Fighting for the lot.
Innit? Innit? For real.
When he says yeah at the end of his sentences, bro,
You know.
I can't lie, fam. I need to start speaking like that. Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? All right, let's move on. Cain Velasquez returns to ring following release from jail. Never stop fighting.
Come on, man.
Bad fucking gangster.
Yeah.
Real Ganguly this. This is a Ganguly for life, bruv. Done what he needed to do. He will always get my salutations and creditations for what he done.
Big facts.
Bro, I don't care, bro. If you fuck with kids. Man said this is the type of man that will shoot up the whole of Balenciaga. He will shoot.
That Miresh Yaga thing is crazy. Oh my days.
Right about now.
So crazy. I got a team, lad. I don't even know what to do with it.
It's so bad. I shouldn't even be rocking that right about now. Still, I got if you go and put that down, put that to rest. Still, or Cain might come to find you. Still, he might come. He might turn up. You know how Cain was ducking man down the road, busting the thing. He might, busting.
The thing goes.
Man had his left hand on one wheel and his gun on the other. Banging. Remember that thing at the wrong part. Remember it's automatic, fam. They don't need gear shift, fam. So they don't need to get me to bang out the window.
But don't care what he hits.
Essays, right now. No, he's a real
drive-by shooting.
Shouts out to Cain, fam. He's a real gangoonie for this. You get me, man. They had to release a real one, fam. You have to release a real one. So you can't keep a real one locked in for that.
Yeah, it's so mad.
Man didn't do nothing wrong, fam. Man, you get me, fam. I protected his daughter, bro. What do you mean, bro? You get me? Like if that weren't the judge's daughter, they wouldn't want him locked up for like 300 years. Try to give man a 3 year sentence.
Yeah, for real, bro. They'd have buried him under the concrete, fam.
Whatever, man.
So mad.
Shout out to Cain, man.
Every time.
Jeez. I think that.
What are you gonna do with that Lenciaga though? You gonna do that? I ain't got no Lenciaga.
Have to park it up for a piece.
See how this blows over.
I hear you still. You get me?
Otherwise, it's a waste of money.
The occasion don't look too bad, fam. Like, you get me?
It is so mad.
I will get out the closet
I don't have none
a couple
of that
years later.
Yeah,
I remember you. Cool. Alright, anyway, let's move on anyway.
I think now we have next week's cards.
Before we get into next week's card, you don't have no news on. Quickly, I thought you would have brought up quickly Belal Muhammad moaning, saying that Usman don't deserve another title shot. Did you see that?
He said what?
He said that he should get the shot or something.
Yeah, you
I
see that.
but I see him talking that before, so I thought it was the same thing. I didn't even read it.
This is why people don't like Belal, man.
I
like Belal now.
Yeah. I don't
know. I don't like him still.
He's corny
I
and annoying.
can rate his fighting a bit.
I like his fight.
That's about it
Them
still.
big ass
I like
black
his
glasses, like he thinks he's a bad man.
Yeah,
he's like he's blind.
Like
Ray Charles. The fuck you doing, blood? Blood? Your big head, fam. Your big, your little body. What are you doing, man? That looks like a fucking.
But he said what?
Basically, he's saying Usman. Alright, this is what he basically said. Usman don't deserve the next title shot because he don't reckon that the UFC do this thing right where they give the person, if you lose as a champion, that you should get the next title shot. He basically referring to the UFC as in a PFL statement of he used the Super Bowl. He didn't use PFL. He used the PFL, but basically he used the Super Bowl, which is the NFL, but basically it's the same as the PFL thing.
Yeah.
He was like, basically you run up to a certain point and then when you get to it, and then if you lose, you lose. You don't get to you have to go the whole year. Yeah. You can't. So he's basically saying it's not fair that Usman. Now my question to you was, do you feel like the UFC? I feel like the UFC do a good enough job at if you have been a short champion, they don't give it back to you. When you haven't put in enough work, they don't give it back to you. But if you've put in enough work and you've dominated more or less the fight or parts of the fight where you've looked good in the fight and you still lose, they will normally give you an opportunity to run it back. And I feel like they're very good at doing that. And I like that. I don't have no problem with it. So I don't know what Belal fucking
was always going to get the
Talking
rematch.
shit, man.
He's talking shit,
He's
innit?
irrelevant.
He's just trying to keep his
Because he
name.
basically said
you
make it
understand.
like PFL, he gets knocked out, he's not relevant like no more at all.
Okay,
He
give him the
built
hands
his
out
case.
But this is what's crazy. This is
Imagine threw him to the worst wolf. The worst wolf.
the wolf.
The
blood, you
wolf.
understand?
Yeah.
No, but the welterweight is kind of like congested up at the top though, when you think about it, because you still got Kobe, although his
slow,
name's there.
because people
It
ain't
slowed it
fighting,
down
like,
massively. You understand? Hamzat's there, Belal's there, couple man in that welterweight division, and it's slowed it down a
For
little.
him to
But
say you can't give it back to Usman, that's
it has to
crazy,
be
bro.
Usman. It has to be Usman. Everyone knows that, man.
Especially how
So
that fight panned out.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like Usman was
Yeah.
dominating that kind of fight. He got clipped.
Same way you have to give it back to Izzy.
Got headshot.
You know, I'm same way you have to give it back to
Oh
Izzy.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Even I said that. I'm not
when
even easy.
when you once you've been dominant for that long, and like you said, you're winning the fight, fam. Come on, man. Like, yeah, that Leon Usman fight is gonna be. Please, fam,
man.
please. Bro.
No, London, but UK. Yeah,
They're saying Cardiff.
yeah.
Oh, they're gonna
Wherever
stack
it is, man. But I'm hearing, bro. Do you see the thing about people eating dog food in Cardiff, blood? Oh, because of that financial crisis, fam. Yeah, bro. I see.
But
I see.
But dog
I
food's
see
more
loose-
expensive than human food.
You see what
Loose
loose
tagged in fresh. Yeah, loose tagged. And fresh.
Shout out to Fresh, man.
Shout out fresh.
Shout out to Fresh, man.
And fresh, bro. You get me, fam? We hope in our dear hearts that you're not eating
cat food,
dog
fam.
pedigree, fam.
That's it,
You get
pedigree,
me?
fam.
Yeah, you get me? Or whiskers. You get me, fam? You don't know what's there. We hope, bro. Yeah, whiskers.
Yeah, it's hard
get
out
me?
here at the moment still.
Yeah, no, you're my gangoolish for life. Shout out my boy
Facts.
Fresh. Shout out Loons. Shout out the whole squad. Hey, listen. If they stack that card in England, it'd be crazy though. Just
They're
so you know.
gonna stack it,
It
bro.
would
Hamza,
be crazy.
Colby.
It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. Yeah, they'll pay them to
Bo
come over
Nickel.
here and make it happen, especially with a
Paddy.
stadium, 60,000.
Slap Conor there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They'll stack it. It would be crazy.
All right.
But that was it. That's
Yeah,
why.
that's
That's
it,
why I
man.
said that Belal Muhammad and all that.
Yeah, that's it for news. What's next? What we got
But you know
next?
what? Sorry, to go just quickly before we go. I have to, because you know why Balal's kind of salty, and I do kind of hear him because he's on the maddest winning streak. Yeah. Even though I don't really like him, he's on the maddest winning streak. No, you have to give him disrespect. He's on the maddest winning streak. He's dealing with man as well, even though I fucking hate the guy, bro. Yeah, I actually do want him to lose in a weird way, but he's dealing with man, yeah, and I can't even complain. Yeah, he's your guy. I have to give him that.
Yeah.
And when you really look at it, yeah, like the Leon Edwards fight did happen with him and Leon, and it's just because of the no contest, and they never really ran it back.
Bro.
Leon skipped the so no,
thing
you
is-
hear him a little bit.
Bro,
I
Bilal
do.
might never
I'm
get a
not saying
title
Leon
shot.
never deserved it.
Bilal
I'm
might
not gonna
never
go
get a
and say
title
that
shot.
no one put no words in my mouth.
Because of our
But
slurs
I'm
up there,
just
he might never
saying,
get one.
Yeah,
I do hear what he's saying because he has still put in work since it's happened.
Yeah, he's been putting in
And
work.
Yeah.
I do hear him though.
Yeah, he's
when you
improved,
think
much
about it.
improved, fam.
Right, sharp, man.
Yeah,
Just
but-
get in line, fam. Like, know how long Leon had to wait.
It's
Right?
true.
Sharp, man.
It's
The thing
true,
is, he
it's
might
true,
develop
yeah.
under Habib, bro.
That's true. Yeah,
Like, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
the one thing that is interesting about Belal. Going back to
If he fights Leon now though,
But
do
we
you
don't
think
know if that's a permanent thing.
if he wants to fight Leon, do you
I
think
think it is. They've
you
accepted him
think-
into the camp. Like,
do you think he would beat if he was to fight Leon right now?
Would he beat Leon? No.
bro, I love the way Leon's held the title still. Straight away, I was like,
one
Usman's going to
fight.
kill him in the rematch. But as it's going on, bro, I keep on saying, I think Leon's going to handle Usman still. I'm just like, I like the way Leon's holding that
I see
belt,
him
man.
sparring the other day. He looked good.
Exactly, bro. Looks sharp on the pads as well. I see him
Yeah,
throwing
the pads.
elbows and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, I see. He looked good. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
All right, let's get into next week's
Let's
card.
do it. Next week's card, bring it up because this is a massive.
Sorry for the main event.